Ladies, let me break something down to you that most people ain't gonna say out loud, but I will, because I care about you. Men, we're simple. Not easy, but simple. And one thing we can't resist, no matter how far we go, how much we think we've moved on, how long it's been, is a woman who knows exactly who she is. I'm talking about that unshakable confidence, that aura, that thing you can't fake. Confidence, baby, that right there is magnetic. You show me a woman who walks in the room and doesn't need to be noticed, and I'll show you the one everybody's watching. Not because of what she's wearing or how loud she's talking, but because of how she carries herself. She's got that glow, that energy, that strength that don't come from no man. That kind of woman, oh yeah, she stays on a man's mind long after she's gone. You ever notice that? A man can leave, try something new, entertain somebody else, but the one he keeps thinking about is the one who knew who she was before he even stepped in the picture. She didn't fold when he ghosted. She didn't go crazy on the phone. She didn't blow up his inbox. What did she do? She went on with her life. She stayed in her rhythm. She kept showing up for herself. And when a man sees that, it shakes him, because now he realizes, wait a minute, she didn't need me like I thought she did. And that realization, that's powerful. That's when the doubts start to creep in. Did I mess up? Did I underestimate her? Was she the one? Let me tell you what confidence looks like to a man. It looks like peace. It looks like security. It looks like someone who doesn't need fixing. It looks like someone who's got her own light. That's not something we run away from forever. We might try. We might go chase some temporary thrill. We might get distracted by the loud and flashy. But when all that settles down, we remember her. The one who never begged, never broke, and never gave up on herself just to keep a man around. Don't get it twisted. Confidence doesn't mean arrogance. It's not about being loud or bossy or acting like you don't need anyone. No. Real confidence is calm. It's quiet. It's that silent, I know who I am vibe. It's how you walk into a room, how you handle rejection, how you move when no one's looking. That's what sticks with a man. That's what keeps echoing in his mind after he's gone. It's not what you said. It's not the drama. It's the grace, the peace, the way you kept your crown on, even when things got ugly. You want a man to come back? Don't chase. Don't cry. Don't put your life on pause waiting for him to come around. Live, glow, grow. And if he does come back, and he might, you won't even have to say anything. He'll see it in your eyes. He'll see it in the way you carry yourself. That's what confidence does. It speaks before you even open your mouth. So I'm telling you now, if you want to be unforgettable, don't worry about looking for validation. Don't try to prove your worth. Just know your worth. That's how men remember you. It's how they regret losing you. Because a woman who knows her value doesn't chase, she attracts. And when a man realizes he let a queen slip through his fingers, that memory, that feeling, that's something he'll carry a long, long time. Let me tell you something that most folks don't understand, especially in the heat of heartbreak. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. Silence? Oh, it's a weapon, baby. And not the loud, screaming kind. It's the quiet storm. It's the kind of power that makes a man stop in his tracks and think, reflect, regret. Because, see, men expect a reaction. We expect noise. We expect you to blow up our phones, send long paragraphs, ask why, cry, chase, plead, and when you don't, when you go silent, that's when we start listening. Let me break it down real clear. When a man messes up, steps back, pulls away, whatever you want to call it, he expects to still have that control. He thinks you're going to sit there waiting, keeping the door open just in case he decides to walk back through it. But when you go silent, when you give him space, not because you're playing games, but because you respect yourself too much to beg, oh, now he's confused. Now he's wondering, wait, did she really just let me go? That silence, it's loud. Louder than any text, louder than any argument. Silence tells a man everything he needs to know about your worth. It says, I'm not chasing anyone who chooses to walk away from me. It says, I know my value and I won't lower my voice to be heard. See, when you go quiet, you flip the script. You stop giving energy to someone who isn't giving it back. And that right there is when they feel the loss. Not when you cry, not when you send one last message. It's when you stop showing up altogether. That's when the absence gets loud. Some women think silence means doing nothing. But let me tell you, it takes strength to be silent, real strength. Because your heart wants answers. Your pride wants revenge. Your ego wants closure. But your spirit knows peace is better than chaos. And baby, when you choose peace over pettiness, that's grown woman power. That's the kind of strength men don't forget. That's when he starts checking your page, wondering what you're doing. That's when his memory starts replaying moments, how you laughed, how you loved, how you were there. And now, you're not. And here's the thing. Silence gives you clarity too. Because in the quiet, you stop hearing him and you start hearing yourself. You get back in tune with what you want, what you deserve. You stop obsessing over someone who stepped out of alignment with you and you start stepping back into alignment with your own worth. That silence, it's healing you. It's rebuilding you. It's reminding you that you were whole long before he showed up. And you'll be whole long after he's gone. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't saying go cold and bitter. I'm saying go still and smart. Stop explaining yourself to people who understood you the whole time. Stop performing for someone who didn't appreciate the show. Just pause, pull back, give yourself room to breathe. Let him wonder. Let him feel it. Because trust me, when a woman who used to care goes silent, it echoes. You've got to know the difference between silence as punishment and silence as power. This isn't about being petty. This is about protecting your peace. It's about showing up for yourself. It's about saying, if you want access to me, you better come correct. And if he doesn't, that silence becomes permanent because you're not waiting. You're not stuck. You're just moving different now. So if he left, pulled away, or played games, don't respond with drama. Respond with dignity. Your silence will say more than your words ever could. And when he finally realizes what he lost, it won't be your voice he hears. It'll be the sound of you not needing him anymore. That's the power of silence. Let me tell you something, and I want you to hear this with your whole heart. When a man pulls away, when he fumbles your love, when he walks out like he'll find better somewhere else, you don't chase him, you elevate. You don't get smaller to make him stay. You get bigger, bolder, brighter. That's how you respond. Not with tears and texts, but with transformation. Because the greatest comeback you'll ever make isn't getting him back. It's becoming so good, so healed, so focused, that he wouldn't even recognize the woman he left behind. You want to shake a man to his core? You want him to start second-guessing his decision, wondering if he made the biggest mistake of his life. Elevate, level up, boss up. Turn all that pain into power. Turn that heartbreak into hustle. You start taking care of your body, your mind, your money, your peace. Go back to school, hit the gym, start that business, read that book, find your faith. Whatever it is, do it. Do it for you, not for him. Because when a man sees a woman rise after he expected her to fall, it hits different. That's the kind of moment he can't shake off. That's when he starts to realize, man, she didn't just survive without me, she thrived. See, men don't come back just because you were loyal. They don't come back because you were kind or patient or forgiving. They come back when they feel the difference. When they see that you're glowing now. You're walking different, talking different, thinking different. You ain't bitter. You're better. You're not broken. You're building. And guess what? You ain't got time to look back because where you're headed is way too important. If you got to understand something, when you elevate, you shift the dynamic. You show that your life doesn't revolve around a man. It revolves around purpose. That's what scares him the most. Because now you're not emotionally dependent. You're not sitting around checking your phone, hoping he remembers your worth. Nah, you're busy, you've got plans, you got goals, and your energy, it's no longer desperate, it's devoted. When he sees you moving on without him, that's when it starts to sting. When he hears you're doing great, when he sees the smile in your photos, the peace in your posture, that's when he feels it. Because men remember peace. They remember growth. They remember that woman who didn't fall apart when they left. She just got sharper, finer, stronger. And now he's on the outside looking in. And don't you dare start leveling up just to get his attention. That's not elevation, that's manipulation. And it never works. Real elevation is internal. It's when you heal the parts of yourself that accepted less than you deserved. When you raise your standards, your circle, your mindset. When you stop begging people to choose you and start choosing you every single day, that's when you get your power back. That's when your glow becomes unshakable. You got to treat your growth like it's sacred because it is. Protect your space. Clean up your energy. Get intentional about where you're headed and watch how the universe starts aligning people, places, and blessings that match the new you. That's when you become magnetic. Not because you're trying, but because you're aligned. And any man with real sense is going to feel that energy before he even sees you. He's going to know he lost access to something rare, and by the time he realizes it, you might not even be looking his way anymore. So don't get stuck in sadness. Don't sit around asking why he left. Use that energy to rise. Use that pain to push you. Because sometimes the only reason a man walked out was to make space for you to walk into your power. And when you do, baby, trust me, he'll see it, he'll feel it, and he'll remember exactly what he lost. Let me tell you something right now, and I need you to really hear this. A man respects a woman who knows her boundaries. Not the woman who's always forgiving, not the woman who will take him back no matter what he does. No, he respects the woman who says, I love you, but I will not tolerate disrespect. I will not accept less than what I'm worth. That's who he'll never forget. And that's the woman who will never be easily replaced. When you set boundaries, you're not being harsh. You're not being unreasonable. You're being clear. You're telling a man, I'm not here for the games. I'm not here for the drama. I'm here for respect, for love, and for a relationship that reflects my value. That's the energy you need to bring into every situation. And here's the thing. You set those boundaries before you even have to enforce them. You show a man how to treat you by how you treat yourself. You show him what you'll accept by what you don't accept. Listen to me closely. Too many women out here are begging for love, begging for attention, begging for a man to show up and do right. And I get it. I've been there. We all have. But begging never works. Never. You can beg, you can cry, you can try to convince a man to choose you, but the truth is, if he doesn't see your worth before you're on your knees, you're just wasting your time. No one values something they don't have to earn. And the moment you start begging, you've already shown them that your love is conditional, that you'll stay no matter how he treats you. That's when the respect starts to fade. That's when you go from being a priority to an option. Setting boundaries means you understand that your love is a gift. It's not for sale. You don't give it away to anyone who doesn't deserve it. And when you draw that line and you stick to it, trust me, he'll see it. He might test you. He might try to push it and see if you'll break. But the moment you show him you're willing to walk away and stay true to your standards, that's when he'll respect you like never before. And this isn't just about romantic relationships. This applies to friendships, family, business, every area of your life. If you want people to treat you right, you have to demand respect. You have to show that you're not playing with your peace. And when you start setting boundaries, people start treating you like the queen you are. You stop being the nice girl who everyone can take advantage of. You stop being the understanding one who puts up with everything because you're scared to lose them. Instead, you become the woman who says, if you don't treat me right, I'll let you go. And guess what? A man will never forget the woman who walks away when he doesn't deserve her. I know it's hard. Trust me, I get it. We all want to love and be loved, and sometimes it feels like love means accepting flaws, putting up with mistakes. But there's a difference between accepting someone's flaws and accepting their disrespect. You don't have to accept bad behavior just because you care about someone. You don't have to put up with the games, the emotional unavailability, or the inconsistency. When you set boundaries, you're not just telling a man what you won't accept. You're also telling yourself that you value your time, your heart, and your peace. That you will not sacrifice your happiness for someone who doesn't appreciate you. And the moment you put that energy out into the world, people, especially men, begin to respect you more than ever. They start to see that you're not someone to be taken for granted. They see you as strong, as independent, as someone who knows what she wants and isn't afraid to walk away if she doesn't get it. And let me tell you, that's one of the most attractive things a woman can have, confidence in her own worth, boundaries that protect her peace. When you set those boundaries and stand by them, men will see it and respect you, not just because of what you're saying, but because you're showing them that you have the strength to walk away when they can't get it right. And that's when they'll start paying attention. Not because you begged, not because you stayed through the nonsense, but because you knew your worth and made sure they knew it too.